Have you ever heard the term polar vortex on the news and wondered what on earth it is? Is it some kind of Arctic hurricane about to descend on us? Well, let's break it down. It's actually not as scary as it sounds, and it's something that exists all year round. Imagine a huge, swirling mass of very cold air high up in the atmosphere, circling over the North and South poles. That's the polar vortex. Think of it like a spinning top made of freezing air. There are actually two of them, one over the Arctic and one over the Antarctic. They're a normal part of our planet's climate system. So, if it's always there, why do we only hear about it in the winter? Great question. During the winter, the polar vortex is at its strongest and most organized. This is because the difference in temperature between the pole and the equator is at its greatest. A strong, stable polar vortex acts like a fence, keeping all that frigid Arctic air locked up high above the polar regions. When this happens, we often experience milder winters in places like North America and Europe, but sometimes that fence breaks down. The polar vortex can become weak, unstable, and wobbly. Instead of a tight circular spin, it starts to stretch and meander, kind of like a stretched-out rubber band. This allows chunks of that super cold Arctic air to break away and plunge southward. This is when we hear about a polar vortex event on the news. It's not the vortex itself moving over us, but rather it's cold air spilling out and causing those extreme cold snaps and heavy snowfalls that we sometimes experience. What causes it to weaken? It's a complex process, but sudden warming events high up in the stratosphere above the pole can disrupt the vortex, knocking it off balance. This disturbance travels downward and affects the weather we feel on the ground. So the next time you hear about the polar vortex, you'll know it's not some new terrifying storm. It's just a part of our planet's fascinating weather system, occasionally sending a shiver down our spines. It's a great reminder of how interconnected our atmosphere is, from the top of the stratosphere right down to our backyards. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, give this video a like and subscribe for more cool science explanations. See you next time.